Beyond the new Le Simulacrum, we're gonna explore mini France today. Greetings from the Simulacrum, where we explore worlds within worlds all around the world. Today we are talking about France miniature. In Alincourt, just west of Versailles in Paris, lies a curious and charming place. France miniature, a theme park shaped like the country itself, filled with over 117 meticulously crafted scale models of its most iconic monuments. In Europe's largest miniature park, visitors can stroll past the Eiffel Tower, gaze at Mont Saint-Michel, and admire the Chateau de Chambord all in a single afternoon. And before we go any further, I'm going to butcher all these French names.
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
But this whimsical experience also touches on a deeper idea, one that ironically French philosophers have explored for decades. What happens when we recreate the world so well that it begins to feel more real than reality itself? That's good, right? Is it weird? Is it hyperreal that I'm looking at the thing?
You want to have a look?
No, let's just keep going. The thinker Jean Baudrillard called this hyperreality, a state in which simulations don't just reflect the world, they begin to replace it. In hyperreality, the image becomes more familiar than the thing that it depicts. We come to know the Eiffel Tower not by standing beneath its arches, but through postcards, souvenirs, movies, and, yes, miniature replicas. France miniature doesn't claim to be a replacement for France, but it offers a version of France, one that is tidy, idealized, and easy to navigate. It invites us to experience the entire nation as a storybook landscape, stripped of complexity and aura, and promoted to educate the public. An interesting contrast to America's most well-known simulacrum, Las Vegas, where the cultural copies are massive and chaotic, promoted as a playground for grown-ups. In the mid-1980s, Elaine Pelleras, didn't I tell you I'd be butchering these names? A former civil engineer specializing in miniature railways began conceptualizing a scaled-down France, a physical narrative that could capture national identity through dioramas, infrastructure, and symbolic landmarks. Pelleras was part of a technocultural tradition where scale modeling served not only technical ends, but also pedagogical and aesthetic purposes, echoing the Enlightenment-era architectural models, which were used for teachers to demonstrate lessons to their students, and the modernist fascination with control and legibility, when models were used to ensure accuracy in design planning. By the late 1980s, Pelleras found a kindred spirit in Thierry Cotier, an academic whose research had identified theme parks as opportunities to create hybrid environments, part education, part entertainment, operating within what some theorists have called edutainment.
That's good.
Okay. In a conversation with the Russian pilot and founder of the New York Institute of Technology, Alexander de Seversky, Walt Disney, founder of one of the world's most recognizable simulacrums, Disney World, defined the concept as a new kind of entertainment that goes far beyond simply amusing its audience. This is vital entertainment with dramatic action. It exposes the basic ideas that will rid the mind of confusion and clarify the thinking of the public. Together, Pelleras and Coultier launched France Miniature in 1991, embedding within it a philosophy of edutainment. The park does have some features that are geared towards kids. In 1993, France Miniature was acquired by the Musée Grévin, France's iconic wax museum, which had been founded in the early 19th century in imitation of the world-famous Madame Tussauds. Wax museums raise their own fascinating questions about simulation and representation, which we'll surely get into in a future video. The Musée Grévin was later absorbed in 1999 by Parc Astérix or Asterie, a theme park based on the titular comic book universe, a move that further blurred the lines between real-life experience and branded entertainment. Since 2002, France Miniature has operated under the ownership of Compagnie des Alpes, a major player in the European leisure market. This enterprise controls a network of 13 amusement parks and 11 ski resorts across the Alps. It kind of tracks that a hospitality company would want a piece of France Miniature. France Miniature can serve as an ad for tourists who are curious about an overview of the monuments and cities they may want to check out while they're in town, or to reminisce on past experiences at some of those places. Past experiences, past experiences, past experiences. Here's a story for you guys about Versailles. My friend Neme and I went to Versailles. We smoked in one of like the maze like shrubbery of Versailles. We got too stoned. We really like got the most out of Versailles.
We are milking the whole Americans in Paris thing.
And also,
I can't believe this is actually happening.
I know.
We just fucking smoked straight.
I know.
And we're driving at Versailles. No, allons-y.
We were driving around a golf cart. Somehow we found ourselves like in the farm behind Versailles. We got freaked out by the goats.
I don't want to fuck with you too much because I feel like you know things.
And then we just left, and somehow we ended up like outside of the gates of Versailles, lost outside of Versailles, and then we had to find our way back. We walked probably 2 or 3 miles, and then we had to climb over one of these. We climbed into Versailles to get back in, basically.
What did we just do? What did we just have to do?
We just had to climb the gate
Over.
to Versailles. We thought we were actually lost. Where we came from. Is that where we came from? IDK.
This was awful.
It was horrible.
And that happened here at Versailles.
We climbed a whole wall.
I actually think like my butt is like close to cramping.
We climbed a wall in Versailles to get back into Versailles.
Dude, what the fuck?
What's it called when you, what's it called, like,
Infiltration?
we traversed the wall, right?
Oh.
Is that what it's called? What's the
Breaking
word?
and entering?
Well, breaking it, for sure.
No,
Hi!
traversing. Hey, oh my god! We got lost, we got cursed by goats.
Yes.
We got fucked up by goats.
Like, some people, a lot of people come away from Versailles being like, wow, the Hall of Mirrors, that's
Right.
intense. I don't even know what to say about what we experienced at Versailles.
No, honestly.
Like, Hall of Mirrors, like, doesn't even touch what getting lost in the depths of the woods of...
A flashback.
There's something inherently joyful, almost psychological, about miniatures. Studies in cognitive science suggest that people are drawn to small-scale environments because they give us a sense of mastery and control, enchanted by the feeling of seeing the world from the perspective of a god. Miniatures give us access to complexity without chaos. In a world that can feel overwhelming, they offer delight through simplification. After we discovered France Miniature, we took a little lunch in Versailles, and then with a little research, we found out that all over the world, parks like this exist. Mini Siam in Thailand, Italia in Miniatura, Beckenscott Model Village in the UK, and of course, Mini Europe in Brussels. Across cultures, we seem to want to build small versions of the world, not just to learn about it, but to feel closer to it, to possess it, and sometimes to simplify what is otherwise too vast to grasp. It seems like it's sort of like a family kind of destination. That's a fun way to teach your kid about where they live. Because one thing that I find kind of interesting is that I find France's nationalism very interesting. The origins of that. It's the revolution, right?
Yeah, I think so.
My off-camera director over here just made a comment. It seems like when it's a really important monument, they make it a little bigger. If you're an American tourist that like wants to come like learn about where you're going when you visit France, this is a cool like fast track way to get an initiation to like the place. And then you can like get real samples of where you might want to visit and like actually go see. You know what the ultimate thing would be in this little miniature France? Is to then have a location in miniature France that then like compresses the simulation of this location in the map of the miniature France. There needs to be like miniature France in this.
But, you know,
Like even minier.
have like a mini one.
Your model of the model. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments which simulacra in this big world would you like me to decode next.